All right, my name is Brian, and I am making this video as kind of an introduction to what this channel is, who it's for, why I'm making it, all that good stuff. It honestly took me a while to get to this point to actually make the channel and actually make a video. As you can see, I'm just kind of in my car. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. I really wanted to make a channel that I felt would be relatable to the everyday person, specifically, like a young adult, or anybody of any age, but specifically just people who care about these topics that I'm gonna kind of touch on. I've been somebody who's been through a lot of life transitions and am just now getting to a point where I am able to embrace that fact. Before, it was very annoying, kind of like, if it's not one thing, it's another thing that I'm always trying to have to figure out, that I never feel like I'm like, okay, I got it. And now what I'm learning is that from certain things that I really didn't know that I was pushing off, or that I was kind of like internally avoiding, that I feel like I'm kind of having to do a lot of work on the back end that maybe I could have did 10 years ago that I just didn't know or didn't understand or didn't realize was a big deal until now, that now are kind of all coming out because I have the emotional capacity and space to be able to think about these things that I want to share here. So again, life transitions being the biggest thing, and how those transitions have related to other aspects of my life, like fitness, mental health, identity, sexuality, all of those things. Now, obviously, all those topics could have their own channel within themselves, but I feel like in my life they have all overlapped, and I feel like that this channel could be a good place to kind of talk about it all. Not everything has to be or will be serious. A lot of my life transitions have also given me the opportunity to be able to tap into the more lighthearted things about my life and about myself that I didn't realize I cared a lot about. I'm a big shoe person. That's something that I absolutely want to talk about on this channel. I love streetwear. I love fashion, things like this. I don't know, just stuff. I love putting clothes together. Hair, I've had locks for about 4 years now. Just all of that stuff. Like, I feel like all of it has to do with each other. For me, my fitness journey is a really big deal. I care a lot about fitness. I care a lot about understanding how to manipulate your body in the way you want it to be, whether that's gaining weight, losing weight, building muscle, all that stuff. I'm in no way a expert or in any way certified to give any sort of fitness advice or anything like that, but this is truly just from my experience. Even from the mental health side, I am not a mental health professional. I'm truly here just to kind of talk about the things that we all in some way, shape, or form deal with, and want to make it a safe space to kind of engage with one another. Me engage with you, you engage with me, and you all engage with each other. And really, yeah, this is for anybody who cares about it, who wants to, write a few sentences on the virtual notepad, if that makes sense. This is essentially, yeah, a virtual notepad for all of us to kind of talk about whatever we want to talk about, and talk about it in a very honest and transparent way. I think that I'm at a really good space to do this because I have a lot of capacity for information and for engagement orally like this, and I think that it could be really therapeutic for me to be able to like talk and get these thoughts out of my head. I'm a very, very, very internal kind of thinker and can kind of get wrapped up in here, as I'm sure some of you can relate to, and I think that it would be a good opportunity for me to just get some of those thoughts out. Yeah, this is a very raw, uncut, unfiltered video. There's obviously more to come. If you're watching the video, thank you so much for tuning in to my first ever YouTube video. There's about, I think, there's 2 days left in 2025 right now, so I'll be interested to see where this channel goes in 2026. I want to try to be consistent with what I post. I want to be consistent with like listening to any feedback that I get, topics that anybody may want to discuss about any of the topics that I named, or anything in that kind of ballpark, or anything for that matter, even if I didn't list it. Honestly, I feel like there's no rules to this. So I really hope that this reaches somebody, even if it's just one person. I'm not really too hung up on, you know, views and numbers and all that kind of stuff, but I do feel like I have a lot to say, and I think that I've always viewed myself as a very complicated person, but I don't think that I'm complicated. I think that I just really enjoy complex things, nuanced things, things that you have to wrestle through, things that you have to kind of, you know, put some thought on, as well as sprinkling in some of those things that aren't as deep, you know, which is just everyday stuff. Travel, like I said, shoes. We will be absolutely talking a lot about shoes. And yeah, I think that's a good place to start. I think that there's a lot to explore here, and I'm excited to be able to kind of, yeah, put this out finally. Honestly, that's yeah, it took me a while to do this, but you know what, we're gonna start somewhere, and I hope that this finds somebody. And if you want to stay for the journey, stay for the ride, feel free to subscribe. And I'll be there on the channel, ready to make another video here soon. I don't know what that meant, but either way, I'll be back soon.